Can you hear me now? Okay, cool. I don't know. My capture card's been acting weird tonight, and usually whenever it acts up, it makes my mic go weird too. I guess that was another one of those issues where whatever went wrong with one of them ended up bugging the other one. I'd ask my microphone sometime, why you bugging? I think this is salvageable. I think I could probably get through the next 3 levels without taking a hit. Well, I mean, this level will get a heart back. And then if we can get through the next 2 levels without taking a hit, which I think I can do, then we'll have max health. I say max health because it's higher than the amount you start with. So it's not just the highest amount you can have, but it's higher than what you start with. You start with 4 hearts, but you can have up to 5. So this level, I should be able to get through it no problem without taking a hit. Next level, I'm pretty confident I can as well. After that, pretty much up in the air. Yeah, I'm happy I won that tournament Saturday night, but I would have liked it if a few more people had competed who were familiar with the game. It just, you know, the victory feels a little hollow because I didn't have a lot of competition. I wish there'd been a bit more competition. You know what I mean? Maybe the arcade game is on. You could do high scores for on your site. What, you mean like Twin Galaxies? Because I'm going to tell you right now, my highest score does not come close to the world record. The world record for this game is over 600,000 points. And I think the people who are scoring at that level are taking routes that intentionally make the game longer. And I am just not on the level yet where I can handle the routes they're taking if they're doing what I think they're doing. It's like I'll have to see what routes they're doing and learn the strats for those routes before I can begin to touch that. Now, speed running it, I think I could probably get to the level where I could speed run this game. I think that's definitely doable because you would definitely want to take the more direct route like what I do for speed runs. What are you looking at? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Next one, I think. Oh, excuse me. Well, it didn't matter. We took it down anyway. So if we could beat this cross without taking a hit, we'll be at max health. And we will have salvaged the run as best we can up to this point. It's situations like this that's one of the reasons I'm usually not quick to give up on a run of this game. One more hit and we got it. Kaboom! I'd like to run the, you know, if it wasn't for the fact that the TurboGrafx version is so much easier than this one, I would totally like to do, try some deathless runs of the TurboGrafx. But it feels like it would be more bragging rights to do it on this one. Because I know with this one, I know with the TurboGrafx one, you start off with more health, and I think you can have higher max health as well. Like you start off with 5 hearts in that one, and I think you can have up to 6. I think you can set the arcade game to where you can have a max of 6, but I prefer to leave the settings for this the way they are, as opposed to making the game any easier. How'd I get into high scores? Well, that all came about when I visited the Galloping Ghost. Well, I kind of wanted to go for high score runs as far back as 2005. I'm wanting to say I tried my hand at a game called Shaolin's Road, which is known in the U.S. and Europe as Kicker. That was the first game I ever went for a world record on, but I didn't get heavily into it until I went to the Galloping Ghost. And, I just went there. I went to the Chicago area with the intention of meeting Hulk Hogan, who is one of my childhood heroes. Say what you will about Hogan, but he was a pretty wholesome role model to have. Of course, we didn't know a lot about his personal life back then, and it's probably a good thing. But I digress. But it turns out, yeah, I hear you. Well, in order to meet Hogan, I had to drive up to the Chicago area, and I got to thinking, you know what? Chicago is a huge city. There's bound to be a decent arcade up there. Well, little did I totally forgotten that Chicago was one of the key areas of arcade games back in those days. There were a lot of video game companies that were stationed in the area during that time. And I found out about a place called the Galloping Ghost Arcade, which is in a suburb called Brookfield. At the time, they had a little over 400 games. I don't think they quite had 440 yet, but they were closing in on that, I think. But, still, that's a monster number, but nothing compared to how many they have now. Now they have over 900, which is crazy to think about. Anyhow, so that was also the first place I ever saw a Splatterhouse arcade machine, because they have one there. Well, they also have cards on top of all their games to tell you the top 3 scores on each game that have been gotten at the arcade, and also the world record on each game. Well, while I was there on my first trip, I found a game that I was a fan of, and I looked at the world record, and I thought, you know what? I bet I could beat that. And sure enough, I beat the world record that day. I lost it 2 months later, but when I lost it, it gave me the incentive to go back. And, that's really what got me into world record chasing. These days on Twin Galaxies, I hold 19 or 20 world records. It all depends on if my latest score has been accepted now or not. I definitely have at least 19. But the last time I checked on my most recent score, it hadn't been accepted yet. All right, we're in good shape going into level 6. Or at least we're in the best shape we can be going into level 6. I'll put it that way. I think we actually got through that level without taking a hit, which is really nice. That doesn't happen for me too often, but I have done it before, I think. But this level right here, this is the run killer. If you hear that sound, you better be prepared to strike that demon fetus, because the game never forgets where it is. So you better not forget where it is either. What? That's the first time I've ever gotten through level 6 deathless. This could be the run, folks. This could be the run. I'd like to have more than 3 health, but what the hey. That was great. Now the reason everything's on fire here is because that womb that we just destroyed has caused the house to die. See, the house, according to Namco, is a living thing. And now that we've destroyed the womb, the house is dying. And you cannot fight those things. You can either dodge them or take damage by touching them. This thing right here, the final boss, is the only thing in this level that you can fight. Punch the head, dodge the arms, and the falling debris as well. Okay, I did not want to take a hit there. Okay, we're in good shape. $15 more hits, I think, and we've got it. Seven more hits is all it's going to take. We did it! Deathless! Deathless! Whew! Never done that before. I am so pumped right now. I can't wait to submit this run to the Unkillables. And the mask has shattered. Whew. Oh, that feels good. And what a day to do it on Halloween. I might not have even tried for this if it wasn't for the fact that I beat it in one death during the tournament. Guys, that feels really, really good. Thanks for the GG, good vibe. Thank you for being here to witness this. So the mask has reformed. That's really the only indication that the arcade game gives that there could be a sequel. Because other than that, you know, Jennifer is dead. The house is destroyed. Well, the house is dead is more accurate to put it. But in the sequel, they basically say that your hero could get money. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Can't spend money, but if you die, you get a nicer tombstone. Huh. I'm trying to think. I'm not sure if I know what that game is. I'll have to look into this. What do you guys say we look into some other games on here before we wrap up? Because I'm not ready to call it a night just yet. And there's some really good games